Uh, And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down. Mariota to throw it. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Ward now. Throwing on first down. Sharks got it left side. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, Sharks got it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24
See, if that was me, the linebacker
yards.
would have intercepted that.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Ward operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw is Ward. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
Glad he dropped it.
Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. Make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line.
So glad offensive line doesn't matter.
Right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because
I swear, either half the people in our league is retarded, believe that nonsense, or the people who created this game is fucking retarded.
These pants make me look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw Mariota. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Ward on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach.
Brian Kerrigan still plays for this team from time to time.
Reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ward from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to
got all fucking day to throw.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
He's trying to
you can tell
grab pass interference calls.
Offensively, several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. And he will take this up to
really?
the 8-yard line. Credit the tackle
Jesus
there to Uchenna
fucking
Nwosu.
Christ.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing, Mariota. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Mariota on first down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game, no gain.
Mariota now on second down. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll dump this up to his running back, McCaffrey. No gain and a 2nd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Well, if I keep it on the ground, I'll at least walk away with 3 points and I win.
So it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Oh, boy.
Play action now. Mariota gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Mariota. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I don't know why they call a timeout when there's a 2-minute warning.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Ward now on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Ohio!
Ward operating from the gun. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pick.
And he got all that back.
That'll lead to third down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing
Why the
game.
fuck is anybody watching
At
this?
his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the foot.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota out to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked
I
about was
don't know why anybody is watching me.
and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on. The catch there, it'll be 2nd and 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw. Ward. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First target, first catch, and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Ward. To throw on second down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Ward. Looking to throw on second down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
To throw on second down. Ward. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now Ward from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Ward now, operating from the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Throwing is Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Here's Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out.
He could have broken that. He just chose not to.
That last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going.
I don't know why he didn't choose to run that in for a touchdown. Unless he's just trying to pad stats on his players.
Why would you change it?
Borderline don't miss a fucking pass.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ward to throw on 2nd down. And that is
I don't know what happened there.
complete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Ward. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I don't understand that drive. Yeah, plenty of time and plenty of plays.
As he's on to kick it away.
Almost like he's trying to make this a competitive game instead of blowing me out like he should.
And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he goes
So glad I have an offensive line that's supposed to work with this.
Full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Mariota. forced out to his left. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Even though he was already down by contact, the ball comes out.
It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it.
They're glad I call a blitz play, and everybody got picked up on the blitz.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw is Ward. Throwing again. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
I give up.
Layup just shy of the 45-yard line. The pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup.
Like, I'm not calling a fucking play for the rest of this quarter unless I'm on offense.
A backbreaker.
I'm not doing shit.
Here's Ward, throwing on 1st down, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was
not
going
even playing,
through his
dude.
progressions. Not there,
I'm not even playing.
After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Ward looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Ward now on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU.
Definitely did not get the win last week.
That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield.
I haven't won since whatever week I played the fucking Chargers.
Harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And this is incomplete. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ward.
No, don't intercept the ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Oh, fucking
the
dumb, man.
Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Look at a hit X, not circle.
Just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He goes for 18.
Yeah, my team's lost a little bit on a fucking play.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down.
Oh my God.
A second nice move, a spin.
My team can't fucking tackle for shit. I don't even know why I'm playing with defense.
Second and 4.
This shit is fucking ridiculous.
A nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.